Okay. This guy is online. How was this test? Okay. Master, see, I'm giving you my charger and my phone. By the way, that's not my son. Yeah. See, you should be aware, otherwise she will take it. She was planning to do it. I stopped her. Right? That's what I did, no? You said no, you will take it at the end of class. So, shall we continue or shall we revise? What do you say? It's up to you because you are the only you and I think the sunshine is present. Right? Nobody else will be there, and again we have to revise it. So, what do you say? Do you want to take class or do you want to revise or do you want to go? It's totally up to you because you have test. So, I can give you that. So happy, right? When is your tomorrow? Do you have test? What test you have? Physics. Physics, so you can do like that, right? Straight line. What is there in your syllabus? What is there in that those two chapters that you won't be able to do? See, you have all the graphs that we are going to study here, right? Quadratic equation and straight line. I think in motions we have no s is equal to ut plus half at square. That is a quadratic equation, right? That's what we are studying here. And straight line, we have already studied modulus of x. Yesterday we studied modulus function, right? You guys understood that? Huh? What is this? Yes or no? This is something. So, me or him? Okay. So, Sunshine, you there online?
Yes, sir.
Oh, he's louder.
Can you hear me, sir?
Power setup now. We haven't done that in class. We didn't do it. We did or not? I think that was the how many sets are there in? See, the set is already null set, right? That means how many elements are there in that set? No elements, right? So power set of null set will be what? Power set means what? What is the definition? Number of subsets, right? So how many subsets are there? Only one will be, right? That is your phi, your null set. What you wrote? Two, what two? See, phi itself means there is nothing is there. It's an empty set, right? It's clear, right? Huh? Okay, it's fine. I can be wrong. I hope that you get marks. Hopefully. No, it's safe. I totally accept it. Most of the time, see, most of the time, see, the thing is, I teach engineering mathematics, and my attention is most of the time there. And when I'm teaching mathematics for 11th standard, I tend to forget a lot of things. I'll be very honest with you guys, especially in sets because we don't teach sets in engineering mathematics. And it's see, and see, it's all about practice. That's what I have also studied everything. I have done these things, but the thing is, right now I was not in touch with the sets and all. But anyway, definitely I can accept my mistakes. That's what I'm saying. If you are making mistakes, just accept it and move on. Okay, don't be like no sir. Sunshine.
Yes, sir.
You are saying something. Tell me also that story.
Nothing,
I want
sir.
to hear. Yeah, I got it. You're saying something. You're saying behind my back. So
Background noise, sir.
Okay, nothing. I don't think we have an option for black background. Sorry, we have to change the entire 3 dots. See, 3 dots will not do the magic all the time, right? Add settings. Yeah, I can do. Let's see. Account theme. All right. Happy? Yeah. Oh, happy? Three dots. He knows the solution. I had a friend. I'll tell you the story later when everyone will be there. So all problems have one solution. My dad, he'll be like, just get up in early in the morning, and all the problems will be solved. Even if you say, my dad, I'm having cancer, he'll be like, just get up in the morning, everything will be fine. He's like that. Okay, anyway. So, shall we revise or shall we continue functions? Or what we studied, what we discussed yesterday? What do we want? Because, Hari, what do you guys want? Anything? Anything is yesterday you understood everything? No, nothing you understood yesterday. Just pay attention, whatever you can catch, just try to catch. It's not here. Okay, whatever is displayed on this that is displayed. All right. Okay, so yesterday we were studying functions. What type of functions we studied? Modulus function, you understood? Just see, it is separate from what we have studied before. You can understand from here also. Okay, suppose you just directly started from function. Functions we always write y is equal to function of x. Okay, and it can be anything that will be in terms of x. Okay, biology. Hari, get it? Hey, you always set here. Why are you setting here? Something is not right. I don't think something is wrong. What is wrong? Biology. So you have physics test. No? Let's study some physics. Okay. So similarly, we can have quadratic straight lines. We have, right. So what is the equation of straight line? Y is equal to mx plus c, right? Mx plus c. M will be the slope. You have studied the slope, right? In physics, it's a mathematical term. So, and what is c? Y has studied. Why not x intercept? Yeah, of course it is y. What does it mean when c is positive? Okay, let's see the graph of this function. Okay, suppose we are given this function. Okay, so let's see the graph. Sunshine, you are getting it right. We are looking at the graph of this function y is equal to mx plus c. That will be a straight line. So m is the slope. How do we find slope? Slope is change in vertical coordinate divided by change in horizontal coordinate. Okay, so this is delta y upon delta x. Don't write it. We will study this. Now, really, it's not showing there. How come it is showing there? System updates. It's there, I think, in the laptop. We cannot do that. Three dots. This is three dots are the same as like that. Solution to all the problems will be the same. And all your problems will be solved. I want to be a doctor. Just get up in the morning. Anyway, so y is equal to mx plus c. Y is our vertical axis. That is the dependent variable. Okay, and x will be your independent variable. We have studied this a lot of times. See, m here right now consider change in that vertical coordinates divided by change in horizontal coordinates. Maybe you might have read it like rise upon run. Have you, anyone have studied like that? Rise means that vertical coordinate and run is like horizontal coordinate, change in horizontal coordinate. So suppose at x is equal to 1, at let's say x1, when x was x1, okay, it moved a distance y1, let's say y1. So this is y1. Okay. When now after x2, it moved a distance from x1 to x2. Okay, and y becomes y2. Suppose like this, something like this. It can be anything. We'll see it later. Okay, so it so at x, so the coordinate of this point will be x1 y1, fine, and this will be x2 y2, fine. Is that clear? Now slope m is delta y, that is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. This is the same thing we are going to study in straight line. Just because it's a function, I'm just trying to give you an idea here itself. This will help you in physics as well as to understand straight line. So the see, delta means change. So the change that we can observe. Okay. So we can see that it is going from x1 is the horizontal direction, it is changing from x1 to x2, and in vertical direction it is changing from y1 to y2. So this is your, this is the rise, this is the rise y2 minus y1, fine. This so you can understand, no? Do you have any problem here? Do you have any problem with this y? This length will be y2 minus y1. Is that correct or no? You understand? You have not studied in 10th standard. You have missed out this part. 9th standard, you must have studied. Not. You don't know this thing. But in coordinate geometry, so you have studied, no? Coordinate geometry, like it is 1, 1, this is 3, 4. So how much is the vertical rise? So just when we are writing vertical change, that means y2 minus y. So how much? Only we are talking about y direction. We are not talking about x direction. And this is the change in x direction. That is x2 minus x1. Okay, x2 minus x1 will be this much. Is that fine now? See, from here to where it is x2, from here to where it is x1. So how much will be this? This minus this part. That's what I'm telling you. See here. Okay, this is called your. So this is called rise and this is called run. So rise upon run, we are writing slope. Okay, and the slope, if you extend it, wherever it will intersect the horizontal axis, let's say it intersects at an angle theta. So tan of this angle, tan theta. So tan theta will be equal to slope all the time. Tan means simply means tangent. The meaning of tan is tangent. Tangent means that just touches a geometry. Okay, that will pass by just by touching the geometry. What will be the tangent? This is the tangent. That's all the surfaces. Okay. Yeah, if you getting the point, what was the meaning of tangent? Wherever the tangent will, wherever this will intersect x-axis, that is the horizontal axis, and that angle, and it will make some angle with this, right? Horizontal axis, let's say that angle is theta. These are just representation. You can write alpha, beta, A, B, C, whatever you want. Usually angles are represented, first angle is always represented by theta in books. And we use similar notations to books so that while studying some different book, you don't have get confused and what is going on there. Here so it was theta, there it is alpha. So it is not. So this is called your slope. Okay. That again we are going to cover in straight line. So get an idea from it. So slope is m in the equation of straight line. That is also equal to change in y coordinates divided by change in x coordinates. That is also equal to tan theta. Okay, delta y for delta x. This is delta y. This is your delta y, and this is your delta x. Okay, got it? That's how we write it here. Now, in physics, what you have studied, let's see. You had this equation of motion. V is equal to u plus at, right? V is equal to u plus at. You have all right. Oh, come on. Correct? See, It is erasing everything other than what I want it to erase. Again, dancing. I don't know. Bhaskar, you are very bad. Let's use as notes. Again with 3 dots. Happy? Okay. Now you understood that part. Let's see it here in physics what you have studied. So suppose, so you have the equation of motion v is equal to u plus 8. Okay. Now t we are representing in this direction and this is velocity time. Okay. Now a, what is a here? Now just compare it with y is equal to mx plus t. Now instead of x I'm writing t. So m is the slope, m is the acceleration, right? And c is the initial velocity. Got it? Is that clear? That's how we write in physics. That's what equation you are having. So suppose at time, let's say 1 second. So time here is in second. In 1 second, the body travels, suppose, let's say 5 meters. Okay, 5 meters. So just write everything in terms of coordinates and your life will be easy. Okay, you won't have too many things to do to think about. Now suppose after 5 seconds, the body traveled again, let's say 25 meters. So this is the slope. Okay, so it is 5:25. So in 1 second, the body traveled how much? 5 meters. And see this, sorry, 5 meters per second. This is velocity, no? Sorry, my mistake. So in 1 second, the velocity of the object was 5 meters per second. And after 5 seconds, the velocity of the object was 25 meters per second. Okay. Now, how do you find the acceleration? Acceleration you find how? Change in velocity, delta v upon delta t. That's what you do, no? That's how you find velocity. So velocity is how much? Delta v, how you will find? Change in velocity will be 25 minus 5. 25 minus 5 upon delta t. Change in time, 5 minus 1. 5 minus 1. So that will be your acceleration. Got it? So this is the slope. Okay, that's now can you relate this straight line equation of straight line with your equation of motion? First equation of motion, that's what we are saying, right? And so damn easy. Anyway. So that's what you will be finding. But see here the changes, what the change that you can see in velocity. Like from 5 you can see it is going to 25 meter per second, and you know you can literally feel this time 5 second time. Like you are riding a car and accelerating. Suddenly the speed is increasing, or even if it can decrease. If it is decreasing, the graph will be something like this, and it will go downward. We talk. You will study that in physics. That means negative slope, retardation. Anyway, so this 5 seconds, the difference is 4 seconds. 4 seconds you can literally. But what if the time was so small? It means negligibly small. Suppose at each instant, at this point itself, the velocity is changing, right? And we don't know how much is the time difference between here and here. So this is called infinitesimally small time. Okay, and this time, I know we are studying mathematics. I'm just trying to give you some idea in physics. You know, you should have why we should understand now why we are studying function in so detail. Okay, there is a use in physics as well as in your chemistry, little bit, but not much. Anyway, in biology also you have that life of that side. Yeah, I have studied some biology. So, so this change in time is very negligible. This change in time is very small that we cannot find it. Okay, so this change in time is very small, and if we can if you want to find the slope at this point, that is called instantaneous acceleration, and that acceleration will be represented by dv upon d. D is the, so we are differentiating it. It's the Here we are writing in terms of differential equation. This acceleration. Okay. So some calculus we are using. A function is mostly the part of calculus. Okay. So when the time is infinitesimally small or it is too much, why we are using like integration? You have chapters in 12th standard, not here. Here in I think we'll be studying only limits in 11th standard anyway. So why we are doing everything? How? What is the use of it? You should know about that. Then only it will be interesting for you to study to get motivated to study all this. I'm just trying to give you an idea. I suppose you have studied this thing, right? Equation straight line, right? Equation of motion straight line. Okay, like similarly you will be having this equation, right? S is equal to ut plus half at square, isn't it? Now if you draw st curve, st, see the power of t is how much? 2. That means it's a parabola. Okay, it will be a parabola. I know. And ut will be, what is ut? You have studied, no? Equation. What is ut? Sunshine, what is ut? Hari, what is ut? Huh? Yeah, that is the initial velocity into time. But what is this? ut. What is u multiplied by t? See, yes, displacement it is not. See, just now you solved a problem, no? It's based on that same concept. If this is S and if two quantities are being multiplied, okay, it will have the same unit as that of this quantity. If you are adding it, that means this quantity, this together and this together will have same. So this is your initial displacement, S1. And this is after means when the body is accelerating, S2. See, when the body is in non-acceleration motion, that means there is no acceleration. We just cancel out this part, right? You have studied this only. Distance is equal to velocity into time. That's what you have studied, no? That time acceleration is 0. When the body is accelerating, that time only this part will come into picture. Okay, so this is called your initial displacement. Whenever there is acceleration, it cannot be distance because it is a vector quantity. Okay, the acceleration is a vector quantity and it can only be related with another vector, not a scalar quantity. It's not possible. Okay, I'm just giving you the overview of what we are going to study in physics as well as in mathematics. How we'll use mathematical tools to understand physics. Okay, like I'll just give you one more example of physics, a relation between physics and mathematics. Like in physics, suppose this is a vector, let's say a vector. Okay, in physics, this is a vector. And if you draw a vector parallel to this and of same magnitude anywhere, all will be a vector. Okay, but in mathematics, this is not true. In mathematics, you will define everything with respect to a coordinate. Okay, this is x, sorry, y or x. So this is different vector, this is different vector, this is different vector. A plus some x vector, a plus some b vector. Something, we don't know. So in mathematics, these vectors will be different. Angle is obviously 0 between all three vectors because all vectors are parallel. Okay, so there are some differences in while we are studying physics and when we are applying that, sorry, while we are studying mathematics and when we are applying it into physics. But the basic fundamental will remain same everywhere. Okay, it will follow the laws of, like in mathematics, we can prove something which we don't really know, which has not been explored by physics yet. Okay, means maybe it can be a physical quantity also. But we can prove that mathematically, but it may not exist in the real universe, or we don't know as of now. Like we have, see, physics, if suppose this is physics, this is 100% of the box, 100% of the the human beings only know 5% of physics. Okay, we understand only 5%, remaining 95% we don't even know what physics is. And in that we are studying just a single dot. Okay, so let's focus on the single dot. Right now, this is not the physics class, obviously mathematics class. So let me come back to our equations. So you're getting the idea now how you can relate mathematics with physics. So we were studying special functions and I told you y is equal to mx plus c. Let me draw this first. I think I haven't done that. So y is equal to mx plus c. I already explained to you what m is. M is the slope, like acceleration. B is equal to u plus at. Now this we are drawing x versus y. Okay, so suppose the graph is something like this. Okay, and this point, the coordinate of this point will be what? What will be the coordinate of this point? You only said no. C is what? Y intercept. Intercept means what? Wherever it will intersect this y axis, that is C. That's the initial velocity. No, I'll just write it here. V is equal to at plus u. Use the initial velocity. That's what C is. Just compare it. Here we are drawing y versus x. There you will draw v versus t, right? So m is the slope. M is the slope, acceleration. If you draw velocity versus time, okay. In velocity time graph, the slope will give you what? Acceleration. In velocity time graph, the area between the area below the curve will give you what? Displacement. Because area is what? If you are finding any area, that means you are multiplying this and this, right? Here this is what? Y, this is x. That's what you are doing. And in velocity time graph, what is this? This is v and this is t. So v into t is what? Displacement. That's what you have studied, no? You have studied, right? Go study physics. Doesn't seem like you have studied. Sunshine, you are getting it? Yes, no. Is it too much sunshine? I'm not hearing anything. See, that's the problem when people are online. I really don't like it. Most of the time they won't be replying. I keep asking. Oh, it's irritating. Anyway, you got this picture? No, not yet. Don't worry. So yesterday we were talking about modulus function. Let's do some problem. See, till now I was not discussing about what we are going to do in class. I was just trying to relate mathematics and physics because we have some exams. I don't know why she is so much bothered about it. Don't worry. When you guys are having exam, have you got any notification? Anything? No. You haven't got. Hari? August 16, no? Before, and I think suppose 2 chapters will be there, first function and that we already have finished. That range question was there today? Range? What range was that? The same that we did yesterday? Y is equal to square root of 4 minus x square. It was there? 9 minus 7. That is from NCERT, right? So you did that, no? Did you draw the graph? You should do that. The teacher should know that you know the stuff. See, the thing is, whenever there is a question paper, if it is of 1.5 hour paper, that means it can be finished in 45 minutes. Okay, if you have studied everything, if your concepts are followed. In my board, I'm not bragging it. In my board, I finished my paper in like 1.5 or 3 hours paper it used to be. And after that, I was sitting, oh, why people are so much bothered? One of my friend, he asked for my paper. I said, yeah, take it. But I didn't do that well in exam. He also copied mine, so he also got it correct answers. Then I realized I should have revised. No, but after that, I learned my lesson. Then again in engineering mathematics is easier a little bit as compared to this mathematics, right? Okay, anyway, you don't know that thing, not for sure. So the engineering mathematics, if your concepts are thorough, you will be able to. Again, 3 hours paper will be there. You can finish in 1.5 hours if concepts are your thorough. Because you have solved all the problems. You know how to solve it, how to proceed. Okay, that's how. Otherwise, though, obviously you have to struggle. So what we were doing? Special functions, right? Modulus functions. What's his name? Sunshine, you there?
I'm here, sir.
You understood till now what we have we
Yes,
discussed.
sir.
So we were trying to relate physics and mathematics. What you have exam, I suppose, tomorrow. How you did today?
I have no exam, sir.
Okay, then why you are not here?
Sir, I'm out of station, sir.
Okay. Modulus function. Oh, okay, that day also you were not there, no? Yesterday?
Sir, out of station, sir.
See, everyone has got it. See, when you have reasons in your life, you are not going to progress. No, not for you, Sunshine. You were actually outside, so I'm just it's a general concept. Even if you are dying and you say, okay, I'm dying, I cannot take the exam. That's your problem, yeah. It's not their problem, right? You will fail ultimately because you are not taking the exam. Don't take it otherwise. Just try to understand what I'm saying. Means whatever the issue you are facing, that is your problem. You have created that issue for yourself. I am poor because that is my problem. That's not your problem. You're getting the point. Okay, you will study. Once you go into college, you will read a lot of books and you will talk shit like me. So, modulus function. Yesterday we discussed that there suppose it's is the function. Okay, this is the modulus function. Whatever values positive or negative we are giving inside will always get a positive output. Okay, so output will be positive. Just try to understand it. Okay. If this has no relation with previous steps at all. Okay, don't worry. So even if it is negative or positive, that means, and we defined a function yesterday, y is equal to f of x. How we are defining modulus, and suppose this is modulus of x. How we defined it? Biology. Okay. Why we are not putting equality? Both. Why we are not putting equality here? Why it is sunshine? Why we are not writing equality here also? What's the reason? Yesterday we talked about, right?
X.
What's the reason why we have not why we are not writing? Huh? What? No. Because- yes, either here or here. Why? I want to know
Sir,
why. Yeah, tell me, Sunshine.
X0 cannot be negative, sir.
So here zero cannot be positive also, no? Zero is neither positive nor negative. So why we are putting equality here? Biology. I thought you know this because you have exam and you were studying about it. See, that's the thing you are missing. If in exam they won't ask, you guys will not study. Good, very good. I like that attitude. See, see, these are really important things. I don't think CBSE is your target. Your lifelong goal is CBSE. Is that what you are doing? Try to understand why is always the thing to understand. Even if you have 10 chapters in your exam and you are studying only 3, but you should be thorough with all those 3 chapters. Okay, that's my motto. I don't know what your motto is, just to get marks and all. I don't approve of that, but anyway, it doesn't matter. See, you can put equality sign only once, right? Why? Because if x is greater than 0, there also you are putting equality and here also you are putting equality. That means 0 is taking 2 values. Okay, then it will be a relation, not a function. If you remember yesterday we had discussed this. Okay, so it will just be a relation. So that's why you can put equality sign only either here or here. We had done a few problems also based on that, right? If you remember, because you had exams, so I thought maybe you are paying attention. Hari, what happened? Why you are not paying attention in class? You were also present, no? Why I'm missing? I'm scolding her only. Why you are not? Why didn't you do it? Matlab, why you are not able to answer? See, either if you have not understood, please tell me in class itself. Okay, for you too also, because these things we are not going to. There is no relation between these things and what we are going to revise. Okay, these are functions. These are little different. We'll relate it later, but as of now, you can understand from here itself. So pay some attention. You guys were not writing also yesterday. I don't want that. I want to have you to have a separate notebook, biology, separate notebook. And Hari, you are having separate, no? Everyone. You were not having, that's why I told you. That's fine, no? So why some hiding stuff is there? Okay, anyway. So you will be having notebook and you will keep noting it down. Let me know if you're facing some issue, let me know. I'm there for that. Okay. giving two very large lectures, right? About having separate, you will realize why we should have a separate notebook. At the time of revision, when you are thorough with all your concept, everything, just before your exam, you just need to turn the pages and see once, just have a glance at it. You'll do very good in exam. Okay, that's what I have tried. These are the methods, and that's why I'm telling you. There is a reason why your teachers keep on telling you, please write your notes, please write your notes. It's important. Anyway, so that Sunshine, you understood why we are putting equality sign only once. We cannot put equality both here and here. Otherwise, it will be a relation, not a function, because 0 will take two values.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So if we'll plot the graph, see, graphs are really important. I've already mentioned graphs are really important. Even if you don't want to do it, I'll do it in class. Okay. So, and I will give you that in my test. I'll just ask you to plot the graphs, and that is your responsibility. So see, when x, y, so this function is what? Y is equal to x. That means if x is equal to 2, y will be equal to what? 2. If x is equal to suppose 5, then y will be equal to what? 5. So at this point it is 2 comma 2. At this point it is 5 comma 5. Okay. See, this is the ordered pair, right? First, in ordered pair, we always write x first and 5 second. That's what we have. See, that's what we, if you remember, we have studied this r square. Remember, r square, r cube. What's the meaning of that? That represents all the coordinates of in xy plane or xyz coordinate system. If you are writing r cube, you don't know that. I can sense it. You forgot. Where is your assignment? Keep ditching. So if x is equal to, now this function is y is equal to x. Now if x is equal to minus 1, what will be the value of y? Sunshine? If x is equal to minus 1, what is the value of y? See, it's modulus function is really important.
One.
Because everywhere you will find this modulus function. Time, cost, and I'll just put modulus function there. Not just me, I'm telling you in exam. Modulus function are really important. So just pay attention why it is like that. Yeah, Sunshine.
Can I tell,
If
sir?
x is equal to minus 1, what is the value of y?
1, sir.
If x is equal to minus 1, what is the value of y?
1, sir.
1, why?
Sir. Hear me, sir.
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Tell me. Tell me. Why it is, if x is equal to minus 1, what is the value of y?
-1, sir.
No. See, y is equal to, see here it is defined, no, y is equal to x if x is greater than equal to 0. It is minus x if x is lesser than 0. So if x is equal to minus 1, then it is already minus x, right? So minus of minus 1, what will this give?
1, sir.
Right? You're getting it. Now,
Sir.
if x is equal to minus 2, what will be the value of y?
2, sir.
2, right? That means whatever value of x you are taking, negative value also, you'll get positive value of y. Okay? That means see, y is not below this axis. That means this side y is negative, no, below this point. Y is negative, but y we are always getting positive. So this is the curve of y is equal to modulus of x. So this is y is equal to negative x. Okay? Got it? So that's how we define a modulus function. And yesterday also I gave you this problem. I remember this clearly. Again, I'm doing it. I don't know why. Y is equal to x minus 1. Now solve it. Use this concept, the concept above, this concept of modulus function, and solve it. And plot the graph. Plot x versus y. Do it. Just replace all x with x minus 1 and we will find the answer. See, basic mathematics you should have done before you're in 11th standard now. Okay. Basic mathematics you should know. These things, y is equal to mx plus c, what is this? These things you should have known. What is how to find the quadratic equation, how to find roots of quadratic equation. These things you have already studied. I should not be doing these things in class. Yeah, modulus function I can understand. Fine, modulus function I will teach you. But why do I have to teach the basic things? Find quadratic equation. 10 minutes you guys are taking to solve, find the roots of quadratic. You remember that? That was really frustrating, right? Do it. Just in the previous equation, just replace x minus 1 instead of x everywhere, and you will find the answer. Do it. Previous warrant 2. Sunshine, you done? See, how do we
Doing, sir.
define a modulus function? How do we define y is equal to? See, this is x minus 1, okay, and this can be written as, this is x minus 1, this will be x minus 1 if x minus 1 is greater than equal to 0, and this will be negative of x minus 1 if x minus 1 is lesser than 0. That's what you have to define. Okay, so this will be equal to, again you can write this will be x minus 1 if, now this can be write x is greater than equal to 1, and 1 minus x if x is lesser than 1. So this is the function x minus 1 modulus. Biology, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, do you have any exam? Till Friday, no, you don't need to come tomorrow. I'll take a revision class for you. Don't waste your time. Now, see, I have solved it already. Just plot the graph. If you're not understanding, let me know. Otherwise, you will never understand. And I cannot take the basic fundamentals from the root. I cannot carry on. That's not how we do in 11th standard. You have to study. You have to put your effort in your home. Go study some. Go study. Take your NCERT book. Study a little bit. You cannot be dependent on someone to teach you each and everything. Okay, Ashwin, I'm telling you, and if you haven't revised, you also. Hari, I'm telling you as well. You have scored, very poorly in previous exam. I don't want that in next exam. And that next exam is going to be, before 15th of August. Let them finish the school exam, then we'll have an exam. Show me. Got it? Sunshine. You just put the number.
Understood,
See,
sir.
the critical point is 1, right?
Sir.
Okay. Now
Yes.
it says y is equal to x minus 1 if x is greater than 1. Okay. So if x is greater than 1, that means this side, all the values of x to the right side of 1. And if you want this type of explanation why it is greater than, so I will suggest you to go to 6th standard and study this thing. Okay. Because I'm not going to tell you in class. Now, just put x is equal to 1. If you put x is equal to 1, what is the value of y you are getting here? If x is equal to 1, what is y? Tell me. Be a little louder. X is equal to 1, y is equal to 1. You talk like my, cousin, one of my cousin. Then I used to teach him, he was so scared. So that the words are not coming out of his mouth. So that's what is the problem. Don't be scared. What I'm telling is just accept that you don't know. Then only you will learn. Okay, if you are scared, that time you won't learn. Just let it out. It's fine. So if x is equal to 0, x is equal to 1, y is equal to 0. So y is equal to 0 is here. See, on this axis, the value of y is always 0. On this axis, the value of x is always 0. Fine. So this will be your what? 0, 1. Correct? Correct? No, biology. 1, 0. Nobody is saying anything. See, first we write x, no. Huh? X is 1, y is 0. Now to plot a straight line, we need two points, right? So take any value greater than 1. You can take 2, 3, 4, 10. Let's say 10. If you're taking x is equal to 10, what is the value of y? From here you will get? Huh? What is y? Just see here, don't look at. What is the value of y you will get? Put x is equal to 10. What is y? 9, right? So say that, no? So 9 is here. Okay. This is 9. This is 10. Wherever it will intersect, so this point. Fine. Now you have to draw a straight line, so you can just connect these 2 points. Okay. And since it is greater than always, so it will keep going on. All right. So this point is your 10, 9. Okay. Now it says y is equal to 1 minus x if x is lesser than 1. So if x is lesser than 1 means what? All the values to the left hand side of 1, this side of 1. Okay. You 0 is here, it is 0.5 somewhere between 0 and 1. This is 0.5. Yes or no? Just tell this thing. So 0.5 is lesser than 1. Yes. Okay. So that means all the value which is the left side of this one is lesser than 1. All right. So if x now put 0 is also lesser than 1. Right? So put 0 here. What you will get y? If you put 0 here, x is equal to 0. What you will get y? 0. Just see here. Y is equal to 1 minus x. X is equal to 0. What do you have? 1. Okay. It's fine. These are, okay, anyway. So 0, 1. Now you put any value. Let's say x is equal to minus 10. If you put x is equal to minus 10, how much y you will get? See here. 1 minus 10. How much you will get? How much is that? $11. Right? You can do these things, right? Please don't tell me that you don't know how to do this. Yes or no? Louder. No. Okay, you know this thing. Good. Finally, I thought you don't know that also. So that means y will be equal to what? If x is equal to minus 10, y will be equal to 11. So somewhere around here, that's it. So it will be again a straight line. We needed 2 points, right? Even we don't need these lines. So from here directly we can draw like this. Okay. Now you see the previous curve was here, right? Somewhere like this. This is y is equal to modulus of x. This is y is equal to modulus of x minus 1. Right? Now you see if you subtract a function, the graph is shifting to that side. if it is y is equal to x minus 2 modulus, the graph will shift here. Okay, so this type of function, this is y is equal to f of x and y is equal to f of x minus 1. Okay, this is this type of graph. Okay. All right. So similarly, you can have, if you have y is equal to x plus 1, f of x plus 1, what will happen? Graph will shift this side, like that. We'll see the transformation of curve, but I'm just trying to give you an idea. Okay, so that's how we will solve the modulus function. Modulus function will be solved like this. So you should understand this concept, and based on this concept, if suppose you are given y is equal to modulus of x square, you just replace x square here, everywhere you replace x square, and you see what you are getting. Like that only you'll be able to understand. First use that method. Then so later, if you have a lot of practice, then you can directly write the answer itself. And from, if you can draw the graph of any function, it's always easier to find the domain and range, right? It's always easy. You don't have to worry about finding y and all and all. You don't have to do that. If it's a multiple choice question, you can directly write it. Okay, so all right. Just last point I will cover. I know we have exam, but I gave you option to run away, but you didn't. Okay. What's the last topic that we should do? Either you can put equality any at one point, not at 2 points. Yesterday, yesterday. Yeah. That's right. You also like, what is wrong with you? This is a problem, right? I said this one, you have not you expected that and there is something to be right? That's not how we are going to learn at all. Nothing you will learn. Not in any subject. Let me tell you this. Maybe physics and chemistry, you can have some theories or maybe some plans you can have, but not in mathematics. You have to pay complete attention, Hari. This is not right. Very bad. Okay, I'm not going to cover anything else. She has exam and you guys are not studying, so okay, you go. Okay, don't come tomorrow. I'll take a revision class. Sunshine, if you want a revision class, you can join tomorrow. Otherwise, no need to join tomorrow. Okay.
I will join tomorrow, sir. I was absent on Monday, sir.
Yeah, fine. Because I'll be taking a revision because we have new students, we have new colleagues. So
Okay,
that's
sir.
She's where is my phone? Go. Bye, Sunshine. See you
Thanks,
tomorrow.
sir.
Yeah, tell me, you have any doubt?
Oh, sir.
If see, the thing is, what we can do, if you have doubt, you just give me a. We can take a class on any of the holiday, and we can discuss all your doubts. What
Okay,
doubts
sir.
you have in that chapter. Okay, that is really necessary. And please write down what I am not doing. I'm not scolding. I'm scolding Hari. Because I don't understand, Hari, why you have not written anything. Yesterday, what we have done. How you will realize what we have done in class? If you see the notes itself, you two are not noting down. I have seen that yesterday. I have observed. Don't do that. Write down everything. If you missed out, just note it down there itself. Just sit for 5 extra minutes, scroll it and write it. It's not going anywhere. This is not right. Okay, Sunshine. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Sir.
Go. And you guys. See, the thing is, you are not going to learn. And you should be following the basics. I cannot follow the basics. your school? Now, so why you are so quiet? So why you are so scared? Am I that scared person? See, the thing is, if you guys just study, you are doing much that we will study, we will learn about that we are not getting national. So I will set your targets for you. Set your target for you. Yes, what's your experience? How much you are going to how is how is school? Yes, ma'am. You know, statement at this straight time for that you know this things. You were able to understand. Are you sure? Because see, there are reasons that you guys start asking. Either you know everything or you don't know. And I don't think that I know everything. So that's my thing. The thing is, I can just do the basic. Basic is not I'm not asking for the small stuff. Just do it and examine the steps, relations, functions. If how to start and if you are not able to understand it, you already have a more than 20 minutes. So you can imagine how much we have learned. But it's not like that. What is fashion? These people are not Christian. These things are if you ask me, I recommend that. Usually I'm not able to I don't somehow I have to the thing is if I am trying to make an effort, I accept you guys all. You cannot just take a glance and it's not possible. It's not possible. This is what she is doing her assignment. Nobody else in the class. I don't understand. Most of the time you are what you say. See, I'm giving you all my clients know that it is half an hour. If you're taking more than that, okay, first of all, you're taking 1 hour, you take fine. In 1 hour, you will be done. I don't understand why you're not. Nobody else has that. I don't know, I will just ask. See, if this thing will continue, I will take class. That's what it is. I will take class, I will answer. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want that. I'm ready to put effort and to ask. If they get some classes, they are ready to work harder. You have to shoot at a work. I don't expect that I will know each and everything. You want everything that is fine. But if you are willing to do effort, I will work hard. I will also not do that. I will do it. But please do not do that. Do not like you are not perfect. To know down is a very important. Otherwise, there is no point. Otherwise, it's very bad. I'm really disappointed. I thought this is like you will be looking after another person. If this is how you are going to be, I don't think you are going to be. I'm very blunt and very honest. If you want to improve yourself, you have to work hard. Nobody has achieved everything just by sitting and enjoying. That's like mobile or anything. Nobody has achieved it. If you are government, you take work and pay well. Don't be just like sitting on the bench. I don't know what to do. It's not, I You should not be. If you are, see, there is a diagram, even if you are, let us take that, even if you are class, but important. Even if you are, partner, we are good. And I know you are partner of your subjects. It should be good. I am telling you guys that that is the first thing that. So hopefully you guys will understand. More communication. When we know that we are asked the room and we want to come or maybe we will keep sitting with the other. You have to do that. So ask me that and then don't be scared. But then they will come on the level. Don't be scared. Don't worry, they are all friends. Don't be scared. Now,